What's up guys, Unicron the Destroyer here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Constructicon 2-pack, which consists of Hook and Long Haul. This is, I got this pack off of Big Bad Toy Store, and this is the 4th and 5th member of Devastator. Well, technically, 3rd and 4th member. Here we have some art on the back, 17 steps of transformation for Hook, and 19 steps to Long Haul, which is funny because I thought he'd be the simpler one. And then we have some art of Devastator up at the top, and then on the side we have some art of Hook and Long Haul in robot or in vehicle mode, and then on the other side we have Devastator. Now let's get them out of the package and take a look at them in robot mode. All right, so here we have Hook and Long Haul in robot mode, and first impressions. These guys look perfect. I like how, I know that Hook isn't exactly 100% like he is in the cartoon. They did change his feet up a little bit, but honestly I kind of prefer it. And they also do have no waist joints like the rest of them, which I completely understand because of what they turn into. As a disclaimer, we are not going to be putting these two in combine mode. I'm saving that for when I do the Devastator review overall. So after all these guys are reviewed, I know I've done the limbs, but for these two, I want to save it for the final video. That'll be like the introduction when I combine these two. Everyone will be in their like combine mode. But, so, like I said, first impressions, both look really good. Personally, I like Long Haul more. I just like the chunkier build on this guy. He looks cooler in my opinion. Pretty much no kibble. Like, you can just take the Hook's hook off if you want. Really nice though. As far as detail goes, Hook has more, but for articulation, Long Haul definitely takes it. He does have a couple ball joints, but I mean, I really don't care about that. They look perfect in my opinion. This is exactly what I wanted out of the Constructicons. Funny enough, I just started playing Transformers Devastation, and these are like 1-to-1 of those as well, so there's definitely going to be a pack of them released at some point. I would imagine a box set. But anyways, as far as accessories goes, they have their two blasters. This is like supposed to be for them. These are like their dedicated blasters in the pack. And then they also have Devastator's chest plate. This comes in 3 pieces. There's like the center and the 2 wings, and then all of the rest of the parts that just come on here, which is, this consists of the crotch and the upper legs and the hands. Again, we're not combining that, we're just doing vehicle modes today. But articulation wise, we'll start with Hook. So although he does have these tab thingies, you can move them out of the way to mess with the ball joint at the head. Can't get a full 360 because of the backpack, but you can get like as good as you'd want. I don't know why you'd want him to turn his head any further. So these do articulate, like I said. These are the same as, pretty much almost the exact same arms as Mixmaster, but a little different. Swivel at the like upper, I don't even know, like bicep area, and then technically double jointed, but the wheel like in this piece gets in way, so it can only really bend up that far. Again, I said no waist joint on either of them. No wrist swivel, unfortunately, but they can bend in and out for transformation. No legs go all the way forward, all the way back. Almost a 90-degree bend at the knee, and then decent ankle tilt. But overall, these guys are perfect as standalone figures, so you don't even really need them to. So even if you didn't want to get all of them as like a 2-pack, it's pretty good. And then, like I said, this comes off, and we'll mess with the articulation on that in robot mode. Next up, we have Long Haul, all the way around and out. Ball joint, so it can go literally anywhere. Again, no wrist swivel. This guy does not have a waist joint despite appearances. Legs all the way forward and back, and knee bend. Super good. And then, like, the best ankle tilt ever. And then you can do a full 360, so it's pretty nice. So that is just the articulation and all that. So, and these things like to get untabbed if you're a little too rough. But now that we got that out of the way, let's take a look at some of these guys in poses, and then after that, look at them in their vehicle modes. Alright guys, here we have hook and long haul in vehicle mode. Now we're just going to do a little brief overlook of them. So weapon wise, I already ported their guns into them in vehicle mode. Long hauls looks better in my opinion because it mounts on the side. Hook doesn't really have a dedicated spot, and the only ports are on his arms and it only looks up. So it's kind of awkward. But for Hook, he's got full 360 on that thing, and this extends a little bit. And there's a hinge at the hook so you can move back and forth and pick stuff up. All the wheels on both are pinned, and it's just like the same detail overall. Nice look to it, but yeah, so that's just it in vehicle mode. For Hook, long haul, same pinned wheels. Dump truck does not go back, it's pinned in, which is unfortunate. Detail wise though, they both look really cool. There's some stuff under the hood if you want to look at the engine, which is a nice little detail. And it is like, there is not really a lot of room to do stuff, but for vehicle mode, you can like just untab these two a little bit. And then you just like, there's a hinge on this that you can sneak in there, and there's a little port. It's hard to find it, but once you get it, you can snap it into place, and then you've got technically trailer. I know that people don't like parts forming. I think Hasbro did the best with what they could though. But yeah, overall looks pretty nice. Doesn't come off easily, and it just looks for a cool like trailer in bot mode or vehicle mode. So now let's get these guys back into robot mode and look at some size comparisons. Alright guys, here we have Hook and Long Haul back in robot mode and for some size comparisons, and I have quite a bunch this time. So to start off, I think we'll do it with 86, or sorry, not 86, Devastation Optimus. As you can see, he scales up pretty decently. He's slightly shorter than them, but in Devastation, he is kind of shorter than everybody else, which I thought was kind of funny, but overall, not too bad. And then next up, we have Studio Series 86 Optimus, which is better for if you want your Optimus to be like twice the size of your Constructicons. I kind of prefer it this way, but I'm definitely going to display Devastation Optimus when I get Devastator with him. Overall, not too bad. Next up, we have another 2-pack that I just recently got. Here we have Hook and Long Haul with the Devastation 2-pack from the More Than Meets the Eye collection. So here we have the Elite Seeker, and also the Ground Soldier. So scooch that over a little bit. Not too bad looking. Move him out of the way and take a look at him. And then for our last size comparison, we have 3 of the other Constructicons. So here we have Mixmaster, Bone Crusher, and Scrapper. Let's see if I can get a look of all. And I gotta say, these guys look really good all together. But now thanks for watching the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Sorry about the delay. I'll try to be more consistent with my uploads. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and yeah, have a good one.